All right, my Galaxy S26 Ultra is finally here, and I am excited because I'm a real user who loves devices. I ended up buying this phone myself, and I'm excited to use this phone as a normal person, as a dad, as a heavy phone user, as a content creator. I'm going to put this phone through all of the paces. I'm not the kind of person who buys a phone, uses it for a couple of weeks, and then gets rid of it. I use phones hard. I use them consistently. I use them side by side with other devices. And I do that to give you an overall full experience of what you can expect when you spend this kind of money on a device. It was a tough decision this year choosing a color, but I ended up going with the black S26 Ultra. There's just something about a black Ultra phone. This black is beautiful. It is my black South Korean queen. I love it. So these are my first impressions. And so far, even when I came from the Galaxy S25 Ultra, I really like this phone. We ended up coming out here, taking a hike, taking a bunch of photos with this phone. And man, I'll tell you what, let's start with the design because it kind of surprised me. The phone does look very similar to the Galaxy S25 Ultra, but of course, good old Samsung, they took a move from Apple and jumped back to aluminum from titanium. And when I got my hands on this for the very first time, it felt cheaper to me than the Galaxy S25 Ultra. And that's because the aluminum metal is clearly a softer metal compared to titanium. But for me personally, I like it. I like that this phone is lighter. I like that this phone is thinner than the Galaxy S25 Ultra. And whenever you compare this to the iPhone 17 Pro Max, the 17 Pro Max feels like a massive round pebble in your hand that's super slippery and super thick. This phone feels better in every way to me than the iPhone 17 Pro Max. So I think Samsung, they did a great job with this design this year. And like I said before, the black really complements it. So I think I made a good choice here choosing this color. And I'll tell you this, one of the first things I noticed is the cooling on this phone. The cooling on this phone is so much better than the previous Samsung phones. And of course, that goes back to that aluminum design. But yes, they did rework the cooling inside of this. And I think that new chip is going to run a lot cooler for me. And that's just me using the phone as normal. And even during the setup and the transfer process, this phone did not heat up like the majority of previous Samsung phones have done for me. When Apple jumped over to the aluminum design with their new vapor cooling, I noticed a major difference between the titanium iPhone 16 Pro Max and the aluminum 17 Pro Max. I could honestly, so far, say the exact same thing about the Galaxy S26 Ultra. So I think that that was a really good thing they did by jumping back to aluminum and adjusting that vapor cooling system. And I bring that up because the cooling in this phone is what allows the phone to continue to be at its best. It is what allows your phone's display to stay bright longer in these environments. It allows your phone to run faster and smoother in the harsher environments, right? So you really can tell a difference between a phone that can't cool itself down versus a phone that can. And with them already showing me that when this phone has not even fully gone through its adjustment period, that is amazing to me. And that's definitely one of the first things I noticed. And I want to say this about the cameras because the cameras so far to me seem better for sure than the Galaxy S25 Ultra. For one, I've noticed that the skin tones, my skin tone in particular, is kind of difficult for Samsung to get right. I've had a lot of problems with the majority of Samsung phones. The Galaxy S25 Ultra did do better with skin tones, but with this one, it seems to be better than even the Galaxy S25 Ultra. So I really like the way they tuned this camera so far. I haven't taken a bunch of video yet, but I'm the kind of person who will take a lot of videos with my Galaxy S26 Ultra. My entire channel is run via phones when it comes to cameras. I shoot all my videos in 4K 60 HDR. So that way you as the consumer can see what the videos will look like. But yeah, so far so good with the cameras. The zoom seems to be just as good as always. I'm the kind of person who uses telephoto lenses a lot. So I will be putting the 5X telephoto lens to test as I always do. And of course, this phone is still new, but I can tell already that One UI 8.5 is for me. I love the new lock screen and how the clock is now dynamic based on your wallpapers. I change my wallpapers and use different wallpapers all of the time. And I really like a phone that has a dynamic based software that works with the lock screen and with my wallpapers. So I really like how they brought that ability with the One UI 8.5. Other than that, Good Lock is absolutely amazing as always. It's the theming, the home up features that allows me to fully adjust my home screen how I want it. I'm at the point now where One UI is probably my favorite Android skin. I love the Pixel UI, but you cannot beat a Samsung phone when it comes to customization, using good lock, and all of those additional features built into it. Let me know down below if you guys want a what's on my Galaxy phone so I can teach you all how to set it up just like mine. All right, if you are enjoying this video so far, make sure to like and also to subscribe if you are not already. I am enjoying this phone so much, and make sure to stay tuned because I am going to have a lot of content on it, so make sure to subscribe. All right, I know you've been waiting on it, the display. Privacy display to me is absolutely insane. I didn't think it was something I really needed, but now that I have it, I think it's hard to not have a phone that doesn't have it, right? So for me personally, the reason I like privacy displays because whenever you are going to do something on your phone and you don't want other people to see it, you block that ability from them to see it, obviously. But for a normal person, right? So say for example, I'm at Dollar Tree and I wanna use my Samsung wallet or Samsung Pay or whatever to pay for my bag of candy that I want for the kids, right? And I go in and I say, wait a sec, do I have money in my account? So while I am standing in a line right before I am about to be the next person up to pay, I can log into my banking app and it doesn't matter how many people are around me, as long as they are in the perfect off axis that allows this privacy display to block their viewing angles, they won't be able to see how much money is in my account, whether it's $1 or $1 million. They won't know because my privacy display is blocking that, right? I like that feature a lot, and I like how you can turn it on based on certain applications. And then of course, I like how the notifications can be blocked as well. Now, one thing with the notifications are all or none when it comes to the privacy display blocking it. I wish I can only block specific notifications from people from seeing versus every single application blocking. So I hope that Samsung can update that with software updates and give us that ability to just block particular application notifications and not all of them, because I don't need that, right? But one thing that another YouTuber has noticed is that whenever you have the privacy display on, it can help you in the bedroom. So say for example, your wife is laying next to you, she decides she's gonna go to bed early because she's not feeling well. And you wanna play on your phone, watch YouTube videos, take different Samsung notes using your almighty new thin S Pen, right? And you don't want to interrupt her sleep. The cool thing about this is that the side pixels of the display are actually turned off. So if she's laying in bed next to you and looks over, your phone will be black. And not only will your phone be black, but your face itself will light up less than it would if you weren't using a privacy displayed phone. So the actual environment, the ambient lighting that shines in other areas are also decreased to help prevent that person from seeing your phone in a way that may intrude on their sleep. So I think that that's really cool. There will be other things like that I'm sure people will find out that will become beneficial. I just love that instance where you can help your partner laying in bed next to you by dimming the display, by fully privacying out the display. So yeah, the display, of course, on this phone is amazing outside of privacy display. Now, it's a little early, right? But I feel like the display is definitely not as good as the Galaxy S25 Ultra because of the privacy display. And what I mean by that is it just feels a little bit less sharp. Now, I do have Quad HD on, and maybe it was just my eyes playing tricks on me, but I feel like the display is a tad bit less sharp. But like I said, I will continue to play with that. Other than that, the colors look amazing on this display. Whatever that technology Samsung did to help maximize the colors to make the display look like a 10-bit display, although it's not an actual 10-bit display, looks amazing on this phone. The brightness is still set at 2600 nits, which I'm not a fan of, but the colors look so much better on it. Whenever you are out in a day like this, the screen actually looks better because of that new coloring technology. The display definitely looks brighter and looks more colorful because of that 10-bit replication using the processor in the display. So I like that a lot. The Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 is amazing. This phone feels even faster than my Galaxy S25 Ultra did. And that's just daily operations with using the phone, downloading applications, swiping through the operating system. All of that feels just a tad bit faster than it did on the previous Galaxy S25 Ultra, which means it pretty much to me feels like one of the fastest phones out there. The OnePlus 15 can give it a run for its money, but this phone does feel really good. Last but not least, the battery, it's too early for me to tell. I am somebody who is disappointed that it does not have a larger battery with the silicon carbon, but if Samsung can find a way to optimize this phone better than the previous generation, which I think they have, like I mentioned with the cooling, then I think we will be okay with 5,000 milliamp hours. If Apple can do it with 5,000 milliamp hours, Samsung can do it too. For me personally, the Galaxy S25 Ultra battery was not good enough. So I would like it if I got a couple more hours of screen on time on this phone. And so far with the battery tests, stress tests I've seen, this phone performs way better. Well, decently better than the Galaxy S25 Ultra. So I will make sure to test this heavily for you all and make sure to give you my full analysis as a normal user, as a hardcore user when it comes to the battery. So yeah, that's my first impressions with the Galaxy S26 Ultra. If you enjoyed hanging out with me in this beautiful scenic area, make sure to like this video. And if you have not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. It's good to see you. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and if you watched this entire video, leave a comment down below with an alien emoji, just so I know that you are a real one. All right, I appreciate you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.